September 7th, 10 AM, District Court, Courtroom number 1. So welcome back. It's time for the trial. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edriff. I better not show any signs of weakness today. They'll be on me in an instant. So with Miles' voice, I'm probably gonna give him a very pompous, like Englishman type voice. Mr. Edriff, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edriff. Let's begin then. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir! I've lost the ability to do Gumshoe's voice. What was it they gave me? It was an old school timey-wimey detective, wasn't it? So, here you see, my name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicide down at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. The body was found by this window here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue with a finger found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hands, sir. The court accepts the statue as evidence. Still calling it a statue. And we got floor plans, so we probably will start accumulating a lot of evidence. Now, detective. Yes, sir. You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. Maya Fey's arrest. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness, account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say? Very well, Mr. Wright. You may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh. Smack. Hey, no, you just threw something at me. What's this? Well, my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness testimony. She'll bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. They work lots of times. Huh. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. So yeah, this part we will just be pressing Gumshoe because why would Gumshoe lie? He's part of the police force. He's not the brightest tool in the shed, but he's still a detective at the end of the day. So let us press him. did you say you got a call from? Hey, pal, don't play dumb. You know who. The call was from a customer at the Gatewater Hotel, right across the crime scene. Okay. I pressed. Not sure it did much, though. Right, please continue. Press this. Detective Gumshoe, how would you say it took? Detective Gumshoe, how long would you say it took? Seeing you receiving the call, and you arriving at the scene of the crime. Right, I'd say it was about 3 minutes. That's pretty fast. That's incredibly fast. Our motto this month is quick response. That's how I got there before the killer got away. Indeed. So tell us, who are the two people you found on the scene there? Yes, sir. So yeah, press him on that. Are you absolutely sure it was us? Listen, pal, your dumb act will only get you so far. With their funky hippie clothes and your spiky hair, you two stand out like suspicious people at a crime scene. Well, he does have a point about her. She is pretty unmistakable. I should pick my points to press with a little more care. Yeah, probably. but we are just going to press everything. Why is that? What's your reason? Press that. Hold on just a second. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence. She did it, correct? Huh? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. Exactly. What about this suspicious woman in pink claimed was... Exactly. What about this suspicious woman in pink's claim was hard evidence? What? Miss May isn't suspicious. And she sure isn't pink, pal. Well, I guess she is pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. You have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess pressing can have its advantages. Yes! Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. Here's the thing in this game. Most of the witnesses, or even Gumshoe himself, they put themselves in this hole where they don't remember stuff or they even forget stuff. The majority of the ones that are not innocent are just guilty anyway, and they just lie through the teeth. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime in my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How you like that? That's my hard evidence. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor? Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? I know. I'm real embarrassed. I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. So, there is one thing that he didn't mention, which is the memo, which we do have in our evidence. So we are going to press about all of this just to find out hints Just because you found it next to the body doesn't mean the victim wrote it. Oh, then who did write it, smarty pants? Who? The killer? The killer? Anyone can see that. Oh? You're saying the killer wrote her own name, buddy? Please. She was framed. Hold on. If that's the case, where's your evidence? Edgewave, you smug bastard. Ha! I guess that was a bit of a tall order for you. Those without evidence shouldn't open their mouths, Mr. Wright. Yeah, pal. Well, Detective, tell us what was written on that memo you found. On it, the word Maya. Maya was written clearly on board. Press him on that. You have proof it was Maya who wrote that? Of course I do, pal. Oh, he sounded pretty confident. This might not be good. Press him on that. What kind of tests were these again? Huh? What kind of, well... I heard I take the, little bits in the blood, the, hemogoblins? Hobgoblin? I refuse to testify on this matter, pal. I'm no expert on blood tests. Yes, that's quite clear. You may continue with your testimony. Thanks, pal. I mean, Your Honor, sir. Detective Gumshoe? Yeah? I look forward to your next evaluation, as you should. Oh. That was a mess. Right, where was I? Yeah, blood found on the victim's fingernails. Let's check that out. On which hand was the bloody finger, Detective? The right hand. So right-handed. Ha ha ha, nice try. Oh, I guess it wasn't too hard to see what I was getting at there. Press on that. Detective Gumshoe. You get a lot of cases where the victim actually writes the killer's name. Sure, it happens all the time. In books and the movies. Gumshoe. I know this is a video game, but from your perceived reality, this is not the thing that should be mentioned in courts. This isn't a movie, Detective. Oof. Let's talk about reality, shall we? I guess I haven't heard of many cases. No. Don't you find it a little odd that the victim would write down a name? Especially the name of her own sister? Ah, yeah, actually, you got a point, pal. Stop right there. The witness's opinion on the matter is irrelevant. The facts are clear. The victim wrote down the name of the accused. The victim told us the name of her killer. Order! Order! That didn't go so well. That's right. What he said. That's his whole testimony. Okay. Has to be a contradiction in there somehow. Let's find it. So he is talking about this. Should we show him? Oh no, that's gonna be wrong. Yeah, we won't bother with that. We won't bother reading that because it's a wrong answer anyway. So. So let us check our evidence. We've got the maid to see him. We're gonna wiretap. I would think it was... Wait, actually, death was instantaneous, so there we go. No, I didn't mean to do that. One moment. So yeah, so it's this right here. So how can that be possible, Gumshoe, when death was instantaneous? Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Maya Fey, wrote this note? That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey? That's really what you're saying? What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, Detective. Backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. There's the report from your department, Detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But... no butting your way out of this one, Detective. Order! Order! The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write anything down. Oh god, here we go. Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? The day after the murder? It was the day after the murder. The prosecution's point being... that autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object. But there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way! Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all. I see. Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. You Weasley bastard. Why, Mr. Wright? You look shocked. Something you want to say? Yeah, you're a sham, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth, I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. What reason could you possibly have to request a second autopsy report? Mr. Wright, the defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution. No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will. The evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Why didn't you put it into the evidence earlier on, if that's the case? He's cheating. That's what he's doing. He's cheating to get a win. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion? Yes. Darn. This isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? Oh, Phoenix with the bands. Witness, your name, please. April May, at your service. Wink. Order! An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking. Oh, yes, Your Honor. This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred? Gee, I was, like, in my hotel room. Teehee. I checked in right after lunch. And this hotel is directly across from the Fay & Co. law offices? That's right, big boy. Please testify to the court about what you saw. It was, like, 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know. And then, oh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl, sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kinda slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy wink. Well, Your Honor, I see. This is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any... Wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright. What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Fay's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey, how dare you! Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examination the witness? Yes, why wouldn't I? I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. If only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. Now, it's time to work out what part it is that we need to look at. And the usual case, we're gonna press it and then show some evidence. But I'm actually gonna look at the evidence first. Yeah, because she mentioned something going to the right, was it? Now, I didn't need to go all the way. Maybe I just press on the flags. Yep. Okay, well we'll press then. Since Phoenix said, why did you do that? Huh? Why? Like, why what? Why did you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something? Oh well, gee. What? That's it? Can't get out of this question that easily. I sort of, you know... I had a feeling. Well, I have a feeling she tried to avoid the question. Maybe I should press a little harder on this one. Go for it, Phoenix. Let's see how far I can run with this. Surely you must have had a reason to look out your window at that time of night. Oh... Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness. Badgering? You insist on needling her with these trivial questions. I really don't think it should be allowed. Yeah, stop him! The poor girl. Order! Mr. Wright, you have been warned. Poor girl? What about poor me? You looked out the window. What did you see next? Yep, long-haired girl being attacked. The woman with long hair. That was Mia Fay. Slender, sort of well. Some people might say pretty. If that's your thing. Your thing? And the person attacking her? Yeah, the woman attacking her was a mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. How do you know she was the defendant? Huh? Well, you know. She had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay? There's only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. Testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right. I'm going to question the testimony. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks. What? Miss May, I'm willing to bet that you're lying. She's definitely lying. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant? Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Yes, what is the meaning of this? Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless about this. I mean... Okay. If you really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. Oh, that is a very good point, Phoenix. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. But... Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? Rawr, what are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling. Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise. Wink. Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had it. The judge seems very... What's the word I'm looking for? He goes on these witnesses too easy. I did see everything, I did. The victim, the woman dodged first and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it, I did. That's clock. The kind of statuary clock. The thinker, I think. Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you? Tee. Actually, it is very startling, actually. I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination. So, one thing she said suspicious there was the clock. Let's have a look, because right here it just says that it's a statue, but it's actually a clock. So how did she know that? So let us present that to her. Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing. Revealing? Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Lawyer? You just said that this statue with the thinker was a clock. There's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently caught there's a clock too. And he was found guilty of murder. Order! Order! Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? Oh, the witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. The questions are all I have, Your Honor. And, as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Whew, that was close. If you stop me there, the trial will be over. Huh? What? So what happens now? What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock? What? That's... because I heard it? Yes, I heard it. Yes, I heard it. It's say... Wow. Yes, I heard it. It's say the time. So you've been to the law offices of Fay & Co? No, hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I hid it from my hotel room. Hee. The law offices of Fay & Co, where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No, because there is one thing. One thing. No, Your Honor. I can't give up. Give up now. I'm not satisfied because... Yes, it couldn't have rung. Your Honor, members of the court. It is inconceivable that the clock in question... It is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. Because... it's empty. The clock is missing its clockwork. How could you possibly? Just take a look. Right now. Oh! See anything interesting, Your Honor? It is the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big, fat liar. Fat? Well, Miss May? Tisk, tisk. Oh, God, here we go again. Quite a show you put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty, as you say. It can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? Oh, impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now, I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed. Where is it? It's in the conversation here. Take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone. Oh ho, you have a girly phone? But wait, this isn't my phone. Listen, this is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order! Order! The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it. The good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Me too, right? The Gumshoe doesn't deserve to be docked pay. He's just doing his job. Let's hear the conversation. Beep. Do you just want me to hold on to the thinker? For you then? If you could. Ah, I should probably tell you the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. And it was on September 5th, 9:27 AM. Your Honour, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded. Which was well before the witness even arrived at the hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot. Wink. So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Judge, you can't be this dense. This clock has been in a previous case. How do you not remember this? Does the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright? Yes, I do. The witness claims she had seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will provide the witness had not seen the clock before. The clock itself. It's simple. This clock was never in any store ever. What? A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world. And the one that isn't here is in police custody. Impossible! Everything is sold in stores. Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Huh? Oh, excuses not on sale today? Oh. What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die! This looks very scary. Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm. Oh. Silly me. Did I, lose it? I guess I did. Yeah, that is a very scary witness. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because you heard about it. And that is because we have a little bit of piece of evidence in the court record. The witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock. She heard? That is correct, Your Honor. There's no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof. Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me the evidence proving the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock. Right here. Have a look at this. That... I found this in Miss May's room. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Miss Mia Fay's phone. Were you not? Ow! Your Honor? Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it's not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? We listened to the conversation just a moment ago. Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone the weapon was a clock is... It literally says it on the phone. Yeah, it literally says that it's a clock. Come on. Edgeworth is just smoking his own stuff, isn't he? I present the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want to hold onto for me. Again? What is it this time? It's a clock. Made to look like the statue, the thinker, and it tells you the time. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong? Aye.
Objection!
Your Honour, this is ridiculous. Your Honour, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defence demands an answer. La. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May! Shut up, all of you. I'll give you the right to talk to me like that. You lawyer! It's no fair, all of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl, is that it? Is that it? I did it. Of course, seeing the real Miss May now. Now to deal the final blow. We will go with... Why the wiretap? Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question. Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippity-tapping irrelevant? Ah, she's saying exactly what Edgeworth wanted to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. While this court does not condone the defence's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped her phone? Ha, I'd like to see her pull that off. Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil grin. You're probably thinking, I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you? Damn, she's good. Well, you're not the first man who's thought that. And of course, I can, and I will. You can't be serious. No way. Way, I say. Way. Oh, and I assure you, I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay. So the killing happened around 9 at night. Why? That's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy. Room service? Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee, you know, like normal coffee, but cold. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts, and then you have regular cold coffee. Ice coffee? Think I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy. Wink. Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder. So where does that leave us? It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fey, commit murder. No, they're going to let her just walk away. There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well... Come on, think of something. Now, we'll call that bellboy. The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as the witness. There is something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I think you've sunken quite low enough already. Objection! I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer. Thus, she is innocent. And thereby, you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition. What? I've got to find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? Accept it. We're gonna have to accept the conditions. Alright. I've got nothing to lose. Except for, well, everything. Understood. I accept your condition. Fool. You fell right into my trap. Uh-oh. Wait. Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. Uh-oh. So we're actually gonna call this as an episode, since it's dragged on a little bit long, but we will be continuing in the next episode. So, if you enjoyed this episode, please leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney!